Hey guys, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me if this is your first time here. So don't forget to subscribe. If this is not your first time here and you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all the love and support, and thank you guys for supporting my channel. The outpour of love on my last video was so great, I decided to come back and make another video, and I said I need to be more consistent, so I'm definitely going to try to do that. So today we're going to do as you can probably already see by the title, we're going to do a full face of Colourpop. So I think I used everything Colourpop except for maybe the blush, eyeliner, lashes, and all that. But I'll go through all of that in the video. But yeah, so if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching. Alright, so guys, let's get into this tutorial. So first, I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to use the Colourpop black and brown eyebrow pencil. Oh, I didn't want to twist up. Damn, I wasn't trying to twist up at all. Thank y'all so much for commenting on my last video. Definitely. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna brush through these a little bit. I'm gonna clean this up with a little concealer, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so brows are done. So now we're gonna prime our eyes. I'm gonna use my MAC Paint Pot and Laying Low, only because I want to use the concealer, but I don't really like how concealer looks on my lids, so I'm just going to use what I know for the purposes that I'm going on a date, and I don't want this look to be messed up. So I'm going to use what I know. So this is Laying Low Paint Pot by MAC. I know Paint Pot has never failed me, so I'm good. Sticking to what I got. So I'm going to get that all over the eyelid. I don't know how I always end up with it all the way under here, and I'm not even touching under there. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Makeup Shayla X Colourpop Perception palette. So I'm pretty sure all of you know what it looks like. So this is the beautiful palette here. I think the first color I'm going to take is going to be, it's called Culture, and it's a light brown color. I'm going to put that as the transition. Turn my mirror around so I can see. I think I'm going to mess with the blue in this palette. So now that I got that part down, I feel like I want to do I want to put blue on this, or do I just want to do a cut crease and use, maybe I could do a half cut crease. No, I already feel like I've already done something like that before. Let's see, maybe a halo eye using the blue. Let's see what I'm going to put in the inner corners. I think I'm going to do the brown in the inner corners. I'm going to go into the color played out. It's the brown, the chocolate brown at the bottom. So that color right there. I'm using a MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to put this on the outer corner here. I think I'm going to do a halo with the blue. I hope and pray that this comes out looking good. Because if it doesn't, I'm not going to be happy. So yeah, that brown is layering pretty good on top of every other color I have down here. That color Revenge is really, really pretty. So I'm just going to bring this color up a little bit into Revenge, just because when I get ready to cut my crease, I have quite some eyelid space here, and when I get ready to cut my crease, it's going to be all the way up here when I start doing my little technique to look upward. Alright, so this is what I have so far. So this brown, I don't know what color I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try this blue. This blue. I'm going to wet my brush with some Fix Plus and dip into this blue. Let's see how this is gonna look. Let me just do a little at a time. I'm just gonna cover that right on up, cover that blue right on up. I just wanted to test the color. Cover it right on up, just putting it in the center here. I'm gonna look upward, and then wherever it lands is where I'm going to cut it. And I'm gonna do a halo, so I'm just gonna concentrate it right in the middle to the blue. Again, I think my brush is probably still, I'm gonna spray my brush one more time. It's probably not as damp as it was the first time I sprayed it. So I'm gonna spray that. I'm gonna go into the color 14. So it's the blue color in here. I'm gonna do this eye first since it looks like it's, concealer's a little dry. Alright, I like this blue. It's really pretty. It's just kind of hard for me to pick up. Let me see if I have another brush. I'm going to use this brush from e.l.f. It's a little... to kind of intensify it a little bit more. I feel like that brown is drowning a little bit, so I'm going to go back in with my MAC 217, but this time I'm going to take Stallion since it's a little deeper. Not much of a halo eye anymore. I'm getting a good bit of fallout from Stallion. Alright, so this is what I have so far. I was experiencing quite a bit of fallout from Stallion. So I am glad that my full face is not done yet. I'm going to pop an inner tear duct highlight on for the moment, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and do the full face, and then we'll do the bottom lash line in just a second. Alright, so I am just going to take a pencil brush. This is from Mikasa Beauty E310. So I'm going to take a pencil brush like this. I'm going to go into Unbothered. This color looks really white, and that's kind of what I want. So I'm going to take that and put that on the inner corner here. Alright, and then we'll finish the bottom lash line in just a second. Alright, so I'm going to prime using, and Stallion and 14, they actually look really, really pretty together. Along with that Revenge. I don't know if y'all can really see Revenge. It's not like it's picking up on camera, but I can see it really, really well in my mirror. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to go in with some primer. I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. This is the first time I've ever used this, because I don't think I have. I'm going to try my Fenty. I don't think I have anything in... Well, let me not do Fenty. Since I'm doing a full face of Colourpop, let me try to keep it in the same range and same price range. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, the dewy one. I don't remember how much this was. This is the first time I have even tried it. I'm just opening it for the first time. So I'm going to prime my face. Oh, that's what it looks like. It actually has a color. So it looks like a kind of like a flesh tone color. You gotta be careful with this pump because a lot of it comes out at one time. Oh Lord. I wasn't expecting it to be that color. I guess I was expecting it to be clear. I don't know. This looks like too much. Talk about shine bright like a diamond. I guess with this you don't have to use strobe cream. This is kind of what this reminds me of. It's thick and it's shiny as HE double hockey stick. So I would recommend that if you do use this primer, because it looks like it has strobe cream in it, because it has properties of like making everything look brighter. As you can see now, I look like a ghost on crack. So this yeah, I would only recommend using a little bit of this. So when they say dewy, I guess they mean damn strobe cream. Oh God. Ugh. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Colourpop. I think I'm gonna use 195. All right, so I have 190 and 195. I feel like both of these could work for me. I'm gonna do 195 since it's summertime and I feel like I've gotten a little darker. So I'm gonna do 195. I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge here to blend everything out. And I'm just gonna wet this real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Colourpop dark, well, deep dark 195. All right, so I just locked it. I thought I unlocked it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put some of that very runny and liquidy. Okay, now the first time I used this and I put the concealer over it, I felt like I was gray. Okay, once I put the concealer on, I felt like I was very gray. So we are going to see today what this is going to look like the second time around that I'm using it. So yeah, that primer reminds me of strobe cream, which I do like to add a little bit of strobe cream in when I'm doing my foundations. I do like to mix a little bit of strobe cream in, but I actually like the consistency of the MAC strobe cream a lot better than that Wet n Wild crap I just used on my face just now. I don't know if I will be using that again. I don't think it looks bad. I have to see how it performs under the foundation, if it reminds me any of strobe cream or whatever, and then we'll go from there. I am liking this so far, how my face looks, and I am going to add another pump and just a little bit of time in the frame. This foundation actually looks really, really pretty on the skin, which I liked it the first time I tried it too. I thought it was really pretty on the skin. It was just when I put the concealer over it, it started looking really, really gray, and I was like, why is it looking gray? And I don't even know if it was the concealer. It might have been the banana powder, because I put the concealer on first, and I think the concealer might be a little too light for my skin tone, but I felt like I could make it work. But then after that, I put the banana powder on. Once I put the banana powder on, I was like, OMG. When I walked into this room and looked in the mirror, I looked like a dang on ghost, a gray ghost at that. Not even Casper, the white ghost. I was Casperita. the dang on friendly Gregos. Alright, so yeah, so I don't know, something about this color feels, let me zoom out just a little bit so y'all can see. I don't know, something about this color feels a little off, but I'm gonna let it kind of settle into the skin and kind of see where we go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna let this kind of sit on the skin. Let me go pop on my lashes really quickly and eyeliner, so my wing liner, eyelashes, and I'll be back in a second. We'll finish up the lower lash line, contour, highlight, all that good stuff. Okay guys, so I popped my lashes on. So I have on Lily Lashes for Sephora in the style Miami, and I haven't done anything to the lower lash line yet. I just put my foundation on, let it sit for a minute. So now I'm going to conceal, highlight underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use Dark 46 is what I have for Colourpop. This is the darkest concealer that I have that will suit me for a contour. Now the other concealers that I have are not dark enough, I don't think, for me to, I mean not contour, highlight, but not dark enough for me to highlight with. So I mean contour with, oh god, I'm getting all confused. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Dark 46 from Colourpop. This is the darkest one that I think will fit for me for a concealer shade. And I don't know that I have anything dark enough from Colourpop to contour with. So I'm going to highlight with this shade. And hopefully everything will not turn gray. Just a little bit right there and a little bit right here. I'm not going to do my chin because I tend to get dry in that area, so I don't like to put too much concealer right there because it starts to look a little cakey. So I'm going to let this sit for a second. So I'm going to go in with the Colourpop setting powder and banana. I'm going to shake a little bit into the cap. So, I mean, it looks like a nice color. This is the color. Looks like a nice color, but we'll see. I'm going to use a brush this time because I used a sponge and I felt like I got way too much. I'm going to use just a dry brush. It's not very finely milled like some other powders that I'm used to having, so I'm gonna put some of this under the eye. I'm just gonna press that in. This is not damp, this is just a dry brush. Press that into the skin. So I'm gonna put some of that, oh, and one ham right there. Put some of that powder everywhere, and I kind of highlight it on my face. Because I don't bake due to dry skin, so try to dust all this off. I don't think it looks too bad. And from what I can see, it doesn't look too gray at the moment. All right. I feel like my skin is starting to look a little dry though, so I don't use too much powder. All right, so let's go to the lower lash line. So I am going to take that same pencil brush I used to do my inner corner. I'm gonna go into Stallion, and I'm gonna drag this along the lower lash line, the outer corner. Kind of connect that. Alright, I'm just going to take it about halfway in on both sides. So we'll start at the edge. Drag that in about halfway. And then I'm going to go in with the color 14. And then I'm going to put that the rest of the way. So right there at the front. And I actually really love this blue. Oh, it's so pretty. Matter of fact, I'm going to take the blue all the way over now. So I'm going to put that blue on top of Stallion. Maybe that'll help it pop just a little bit more. That's super pretty. I really like that. Too bad I don't have any bottom lashes. So yeah, so super pretty. Alright, so now we are going to bronze up the cheeks. And I'm just using a angled brush. Looks like this. And this is their bronzer in bits and pieces. So I did not know about this bronzer until I watched Too Much Mouth and also Andrea Renee. So they put me onto this bronzer. Little bit on my skin tone. Not a whole lot. I'm wondering if I need to go in and do a contour. I think it looks okay. I feel like I need to, I don't want to powder my face down because I hate how that looks. But I feel like I need to do something because my skin just looks a little too bright where I highlighted. I don't know. I'm going to go in with the No Filter pressed powder in Deep Dark. This is what it looks like. Just to kind of see if I can bring a little more color back to my face. And I'm going to use that same brush I used to dust away the banana powder. I'm going to get a little bit on here. And just kind of go over my entire face with this. This doesn't seem to be doing too much, but I feel like it's bringing back just a little bit of color to the skin. So now I got a little bit of bronzer on. We're going to go in with a little bit of blush and then I'll highlight and then that's it. Alright, so I'm going to take my blush palette. I don't have a blush by them, but I'm kind of not purchasing any blushes right now because I have this whole palette right here. And these are all the Femme blushes, and this is just a Z palette. So I am going to take my favorite shade in here, which is this one right here. And it is called Russet. I'm going to take Russet. That's my favorite shade. So I like Sienna too, but I'm going to take Russet. Get a little bit on my brush here. And you have to be careful with these blushes because they are very pigmented. It's from the Shayla collection. So I think I'm going to actually apply both of them. Pose first. And then after I apply Pose, I'm going to go over the top with the Boomin'. So Pose is a little deeper. It's more of a more rose gold color. And then your Boomin' has a little bit more gold in it. So that's the Boomin'. Alright, so I have a little bit in the cap of each. So I'm going to just take a little bit, and I'm just using like a tapered brush like that. And I'm just going to apply this to the high points. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. Oh Lord. Oh merciful Messiah of God. Alright, so that is a little bright there. I'm just going to blend that out. Alright, but then I feel like it kind of disappeared a little bit. That with some Boomin'. Oh Lord. So I don't think I'm going to put any eyeliner on because I feel like underneath the eyes is very dark as it is. So I don't want to put too much eyeliner on it to make my eyes look so much smaller. So yeah, so this is pretty much a full face of Colourpop. I'm going to just spray a little Fix Plus. Alright, so I think I'm going to go in with Colourpop Shayla Come On Sis for lipstick. And then I'm going to top that off with the Ultra Glossy Lip by Shayla and Neat Freak. Okay. This is the completed look. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I had so much fun filming this for you guys. I hope that you enjoy this look, and if you were able to follow along, that was even better. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel, and I hope that I will see you in my next video. Alright, see you guys later.